Sam Walton is called the father of discount retail. He wasn't. 9 years before the first Walmart opened its doors, a grocer in San Diego built the exact same model. Walton toured his stores, took notes, copied the layout page by page. His name was Sol Price. You've never heard of him. That's not an accident. That's the point. In 1954, most of retail ran on markup. High prices, high margins, low volume. Sol Price looked at that model and asked a different question. What if you sold less markup, but 10 times the volume? He opened FedMart in a converted airplane hangar. No decoration, no sales staff hovering. Concrete floors, products stacked on pallets, prices slashed to the bone. It shouldn't have worked. It worked immediately. By the late 1950s, Price wasn't just running a discount store, he was running a laboratory. Membership fees to fund lower prices, warehouse-style shelving, a retail philosophy built on turning inventory faster than anyone thought possible. Every idea people credit to Walmart and Costco, Sol Price wrote the first draft. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Sam Walton wasn't shy about it. He visited Price's stores repeatedly through the 1960s, walked the aisles, measured shelf heights, asked employees questions a customer never would. He later admitted it himself, on the record. He borrowed more from Sol Price than from any other retailer alive. But the real question is, why did Walton become a household name and Price became a footnote? Here's where it stops being flattering and starts being genius. Sol Price was an innovator. He was not a machine. Price built one great store, then a second, then got distracted. He sold FedMart, started over with Price Club, sold pieces of that too. He kept reinventing the idea instead of replicating it. Walton did something colder. He didn't reinvent anything. He systematized it. Where Price built stores, Walton built a machine for building stores. Standardized layouts, standardized training, a distribution network engineered so a new Walmart could open in a small town every few weeks, without Walton personally supervising a single one. Price sold the vision, Walton sold the replication, and that was just the first 10 stores. By 1975, Walmart had over 100 locations. FedMart, the original, was already in decline. Price had lost control of the board, then lost control of the company entirely. But here's the part the documentaries never mention. Price didn't disappear. He got angrier and he got smarter. Pushed out of FedMart, Price started over one more time with a new format he called Price Club. Membership warehouse retail, no frills, wholesale prices for small businesses. Two young founders, Jim Sinegal and Jeffrey Brotman, studied it obsessively. When Price Club eventually merged with their competitor, the surviving company took the model, refined it, and renamed it. Today you call it Costco. So the man history forgot didn't just build Walmart's blueprint, he built Costco's too. Still think Walton was the visionary? Walton built the bigger company. Nobody's disputing the execution. But execution isn't the same as origination, and this industry has spent 70 years confusing the two. Price died in 2009, worth a few $100 million. Walton's family is worth over $200 billion. Same idea, different distribution of credit. Here's what nobody puts in the Walton hagiography. In his own autobiography, Walton wrote a line that's usually cut from the highlight reels. I guess I've stolen. I actually prefer borrowed as many ideas from Sol Price as anybody else in the business. He said this himself, in print, while being celebrated as the founder of an entirely new category of American retail. The lesson isn't that Walton was dishonest. He wasn't. He credited Price openly, repeatedly, when asked. The lesson is that the market doesn't reward the first version of an idea. It rewards the version that scales without breaking. Sol Price proved the concept worked. Sam Walton proved it could be repeated 10,000 times without him in the room. One of those is a discovery. The other is an empire. So the next time someone calls a founder a visionary, ask a different question. Did they invent it, or did they just industrialize somebody else's idea before that person could? Because in business, the first draft rarely gets the credit. The scaled copy does.